Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to my series where I'm trying to get my Corsair to soloing easy Lucid. In this part, I'm going to do something a little bit more interesting, kind of, where I'm going to be trying to upgrade my gears. So one of the main parts about progression right now for me is I just need to get all the slots filled out, and then after I do that, I need to upgrade the gear via Star Force or by cubing. So before we go into too much detail, let's have a quick review of my gear. It's changed a little bit since the previous part because I've been doing my dailies each day and been trying to get the gears all sorted out. So yeah, let's just go straight into the gear. It's not too much to really say about the rings. I've just got everything at Epic Pot right now. So everything has at least 6% dex except for the Eternal Flame ring. Actually no, this one's also 6% but is on the unique tier. So maybe later down I'll try to roll it for 9%, but I think it's a low priority. As for the cup, it's still a cup, but this time I have a better flame on it. It's actually a pretty crazy int flame, 72 and 5, but for dex it's very solid, like 48 and 5. I can't complain with that. Then I've got my pendants. I've got the alien fragment necklace. It's got 7% dex and it's got a usable flame. Just a quick note about the flames for my alien gear. I don't recommend flaming them at all because they are not boss advantaged, so you're probably not going to get anything good. So anything that gives you any form of stat is probably fine, so just keep that in mind. The second pendant is going to be the Dominator pendant, so once I hit level 220, I'll have a Dominator pendant instead of this greed one, but I'm just using the greed pendant for the time being because why not? The main alternative to the Dominator pendant is just the Mechanator pendant that you get from easy or normal Arcarium. I do recommend trying to kill normal Arcarium if you can every day because he actually drops the real deal, the real Dominator pendant, and eventually that does become best in slot or becomes the best in slot item via transposing. So definitely recommend trying to do Arcarium anyway. If you get the Dominator pendant, you use the real one. For my weapon, still the same. Same with my CRA hat, top and bottom. They haven't really changed. The belt, I think I showed it in the previous one, but yeah, still 7% dex. And this one has a usable flame, which is great. It's 20 dex, can't complain. For my face accessory, no changes here. For my eye accessory, it's still kind of bad. I haven't got a drop with a good flame, so maybe I'll reconsider flaming it, but this is pretty low priority. And the reason for this is actually because it shares the same slot as the Black Bean mark. And I feel like I can realistically kill Chaos Pink Bean before upgrading this. So this is a very low priority item for me. For the earring, I got the full 3 set, so I managed to get an earring drop. It took me, I think, maybe 5 or 6 days to get it. And there was one part where I thought I got the earring, but I actually got the VIP earring. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, I was so mad when it happened, but somebody took a screenshot of me getting mad in their buddy list, and yeah, you can see for yourself there. I was very frustrated when I realized it wasn't actually the alien fragment earrings, it was something else. But at least I have a cool anvil, right? For the shoulder and badge, I managed to get them from Magnus. For the emblem, still no change. I'm waiting for the 220 box. For the secondary, this is the biggest gain that I've made. I put a epic potential scroll that you get from the Reboot beginner box. You can see my beginner box is actually level 3 instead of level 2. So it's the 3rd stage right now. So the stage 2 box gives you 3 epic pot scrolls, and I used one of them on my secondary. And then I black cubed it to unique and rolled 9% attack. I'm not going to push for legendary just yet because it can get pretty expensive. This one in particular was quite expensive. It took like 20 cubes to even get to unique, which is pretty high. Typically it doesn't take more than 10. 20 is almost double of the usual. And I pretty much almost didn't hit anything. So I wouldn't recommend pushing legendary until you really were sure what you were doing. I'm just going to leave it at unique for now. For the gloves, I think I showed this last time, but I'm just using a Von Leon glove. It has a pretty nice flame of 78. And I epic potentialed it for 6% dex. Now the last few things I needed to talk about were my cape and my shoes. The shoes that I'm going to be using are going to be the Von Leon shoes. So here I have them already Star Forced up, so let me just put them on. And for the potential, I'm hoping to get an epic potential scroll sometime later down the track, so I'm just leaving it as it is. For the cape, this one was kind of surprising to me. I actually tried to do normal Magnus, I'll show you later in the video, but I did normal Magnus and this dropped and gave me range. So I decided just to swap it out, and it seems pretty fine. I think I'll probably use this, and I might even just use it at epic potential. It does give pretty decent stats, like 30 all stat, 17 attack, and I even have a 1% all stat flame, like, can't complain. The only thing is you can't Star Force this because it is a superior gear, meaning that it's extremely expensive to Star Force, and the amount of gains it gives you for how expensive it is probably not worth it. And for my arcane symbols, I have level 6 Vanishing Journey and level 3 Choo Choo. I haven't finished my Vanishing Journey dailies just yet, so you can see here I'm like halfway through them while I'm recording this. So this will probably be level 7 pretty soon. The Choo Choo one is most likely going to be level 4 by the end of this video. The main goal for me right now is actually to hit level 220. Even though leveling up to 220 is not a gear upgrade, for me, there's a lot of gains that to be made from it. The first thing is you get the new Lachlan symbol, which is another 300 stat, which is huge. And also, this is the symbol that I've been waiting to put all my extra arcane symbol coupons on. So I got these from doing Reverse City, and then I have so many arcane symbols to be collected from all these rewards like the Explorer Redux. You got here at least 50, another 100, another 200, and then I believe I have one in here somewhere. I'm not sure if there's more, but yeah, I have plenty of arcane symbols that I can dump straight into Lachlan. And the reason I'm putting everything into Lachlan rather than spreading them out is because Lachlan levels up the slowest out of the 3 that I'm going to get. I don't know how long it's going to take me to get to 225 for the Arcana symbol, but yeah, everything into Lachlan seems like the play for me. On top of that, when we level up, we get more V-Matrix slots, which is great. So by the time I hit 220, I'll be able to unlock 2 extra node slots, and that will help a lot because I can put in more of my 5th job skills. I can maybe put more boost nodes in, and that will help a lot in both training and in bossing. The way I'm going to level up to 220 is I'm just going to train to level 216, and at level 215 we actually gain some rewards from the burning event where we get 4 level up potions from level 216 to 220. So that will just get me straight there, and I'm not going to really save them and use them on other characters. I want to focus on this character first. Anyway, that's enough talking. I'm going to go train to 220, and I'll see you guys after I do that. So I just leveled up to 215, and then I realized that I don't actually need to keep grinding to 216 because there's other things that I can do that will give me pretty good EXP. At 215 we actually unlock the pre-quest to do Yum Yum Island, which is kind of like the reverse city for Choo Choo. I don't know how long it will take me to do, but I think that quest line actually gives a pretty good amount of EXP, so I'm gonna run off and do that. And then after I finish Yum Yum, I'll be able to do my Choo Choo dailies to get 8 symbols instead of 4. Good thing I haven't done my Choo Choo dailies. It'll give me double, and hopefully by the end of the quest line, it will get me to 216. So I just finished up the Yum Yum pre-quest, and unfortunately it didn't give me as much EXP as I expected, which is alright though. It still gave me about 30%, which is still pretty solid. For the rest of this level, I think I'm just going to finish off all the dailies. I can actually do my Choo Choo dailies now for the EXP because I've done Yum Yum, so I'll get 8 symbols instead of the 4, and then I'm going to go through Hungry Mudo and let's see where it leaves us. If it doesn't level us, then I want to try go through Monster Park. Ideally, I was going to hold Monster Park until I unlock Lachlan, so then I could do the Lachlan Monster Park for more EXP. It looks like I might have to just do it now, so then I can get to the 216 mark. After doing dailies and Monster Park, I also had to do the little mini game that we have in this event to get to 216, and now I can finally just jump straight to 220. From this event, for hitting 215, we get 4 pots to level up. So here we go, we'll take the 215 reward, and from the reward we get the Growth Potion Selector coupon, and for our case we want to take the 4 pots for 200 to 219. So in this case it's the second option. And we can use all 4 of these pots to go straight to 220. Now you can choose to hold off from doing this and use it later on or use it on different characters, but for me I just want to get to 220 as soon as possible. And for hitting 220 we get a bunch of stuff. Like I said before, we finally get all the rewards from the Explorer Redux event. For hitting 220, the first thing I want to claim is this Adventurer's Hope Box. This gives us a lot of really amazing things, including the Absolab weapon, the emblem, 200 arcane symbols, and also 20k maple points. The 20k maple points are pretty handy because we can use this to buy the Stellar Pass for this event, and I'll go through that in a second. But I'm looking forward to being able to use all these new items that will give us a lot of range. So the first thing I want to claim is actually the Absolab weapon box. This weapon box will give us a new weapon that we can use. It's got a set potential that we can't change, and it's also got a set amount of Star Force that we can't change. So you can see here, it's got a pretty big range increase for us, which is nice. It also adds a lot of crit rate, which is kind of cool as well. But overall, this weapon will be better than the Fafnir one. And even though that the Fafnir one has a set bonus, the 4 set bonus being 30% boss damage, you can actually see that this pot that they give us gives us 35% boss damage. So that kind of compensates for the set bonus that we lose, but it gives us significantly more attack power. So this Absolab weapon is probably better than the rental gear. The next thing we have is this unique emblem box. This will just give us our emblem that we usually have, but at a unique potential. So now we actually have 2 emblems, which is pretty amazing. Usually you can only get 1 on an Explorer character, but having 2 allows you to potential both of them and then never have to use black cubes, which is a pretty insane benefit. But I don't think I'm going to get to that point anytime soon. Right now, I'm just happy that I have a unique potential, which is so much value for us right now, especially because it's on an emblem. And it started off with 2 attack. I can't believe it. That saves me a lot of money, actually. So I probably won't touch this emblem until I have to go for legendary, but 2 attack for free, so much value. And to finish things off, we get our 20k maple points, and what this is going to be used for is most likely going to be for the Starlight Chariot event. You can buy the Stellar Pass, and what it does is it gives us double the rewards for everything that we get from this event. And there is a lot of things I haven't really gone into detail about these, but like I said, the main thing I'm looking forward to is this event ring selector coupon, and with the Stellar Pass we'll be able to get 2 of them, which will put us at 4 event rings for our rings that we have. So these 2 rings will fill out the last 2, which is why I'm probably not going to push the Treasure John's ring any further or the Silver Blossom ring. The next thing we're going to claim is the Terror Burning Plus Reach level 220 rewards. And from this one we get another box. This time I'm going to pick the Dominator Pendant because I've already got the Absolab weapon, and I don't really want to transfer the Absolab weapon to another character because I think I'm going to spend all my time on this character. So just be careful about which one that you're going to pick, because I'm playing a Corsair, I'm going to have to be picking the Dex one. A lot of classes don't have the option to choose which set of potentials, but just be careful here, don't hold down Interact. And with that we get our second pendant. This pendant is surprisingly good because it actually gives us crit rate, which is a stat that usually the pendants can't get, and this will help us get to 100% crit rate a lot easier. Even though that Corsair has a pretty high crit rate, I thought that I had to actually go get more crit rate from links and stuff like that, but with this Dominator Pendant and the Absolab one, it actually gives us a fair amount of crit rate, so I won't have to worry about making a Phantom for now. And with that, I think all our slots are pretty much filled out for the time being, and I'm going to be working on upgrading these to be able to clear CRA. I won't go into too much detail about how I'm going to upgrade things in this video. I know I mentioned it at the beginning, but there was just so many things in this part that I needed to go through. I just wanted to round out the video by mentioning a few things. The first thing is about the heart. This is a slot that is quite annoying to get in Reboot because you can only get the Lydium heart, which is a really weak heart from events from the coin shop and stuff like that, or you can get things called the Fairy heart, which is also another event heart. I believe in this event you can actually get one, so let's quickly pop by the event shop and see. So you can see here in the Meso shop, you can actually buy the Fairy heart. And this Fairy heart is actually pretty decent, but the only issue I have with it is the fact that it's very expensive. So it's at 2 bill, and with 2 bill for a new character, you could probably get better gains than just getting this heart, because you just get just the heart, and you're just going to have to upgrade it like any other item. So with the 2 bill, I'd rather upgrade the other items, and hopefully I'll pick up a heart in a later time. it doesn't give you that much of a gain until you get it to Legendary, so that's still quite far away. For the time being, I'm going to stay away from this and not buy it, and hopefully it'll come back on another event, or if we get lucky, we might get a Wonderoid event, which is even better. To finish out this video, let's do some small upgrades. I've pretty much filled out all the slots like I said, but I have some items that are not at epic potential, in particular my boots, my shoulder, and my cape. I think that these ones I'm gonna use until I clear CRA and then later on replace it with something else. So let's just upgrade them while we can. Luckily we have only 3 items we need to upgrade, which perfectly matches with this Reboot gift box. This one will give us 3 extra epic potential scrolls, and they are all at 100%, which is pretty great. Also comes with character expansion slots, which is always welcome. With these 3 epic pot scrolls, I'm going to put 1 on my shoes, 1 on my shoulder, and 1 on my cape. Let's reveal them out, and then we're going to use occult cubes to get 6% dex, or we can just get lucky and reveal it at 6% dex. So the shoulder is done. Let's have a look at the boots. Alright, boots doesn't have anything. Let's roll them with occult cubes. I don't want to roll them with not occult cubes because if it tears up, I'm going to have to buy red cubes, which is getting expensive. So I'm going to stick with occult cubes for the time being to try to get 6% dex. Okay, so that's our shoes done, and let's finish out with our cape. And there we go. That's pretty much all the gear that I wanted to fill in done. The only thing that I really need to upgrade is this eye accessory, but like I said before, Chaos Pink Bean is probably achievable before I need to upgrade this, and I'm just going to pray for a Black Bean mark instead of this, and I don't really want to upgrade this. Other than this, we have 2 rings to replace with event rings, which will happen later down the track. And the main gain for this character right now is probably going to upgrade this emblem and this secondary to legendary. I'm not really sure if I need to at the moment, but I can see myself upgrading these pretty soon. In terms of Star Forcing, the only things I really need to Star Force are my gears that can go up to 12. So this shoulder could potentially go up to 12, the alien fragment set could go to 12, and I guess the shoes and the gloves can go to 12. And as of making this video, tomorrow is actually a 30% off for Star Forcing event, and I'm probably going to do some stuff there. And I'll record that and go through that, but I won't go through that just now. I'm going to go off and do my Lachlan pre-quest and then follow up with that on the next part. And then I'll be dumping all my arcane symbols that I've gotten from all these rewards into that Lachlan symbol. So you guys will see how big that will be once I'll be able to get the symbol. Before we end this part, I needed to talk a little bit about epic potential scrolls. So for this part and for some of the previous ones, I tiered up my gear with epic potential scrolls that I got from this Reboot gift box, but I understand not everybody has this box still. They might have made their account a long time ago, or they've already used it on a different character. So some people might struggle with getting epic potential scrolls. So I'm going to quickly just run through some of the places that you can go to try to get these pot scrolls. The first place that you can always check is whatever event is going on. They usually have an event shop that you can buy pot scrolls from. You can see here I can buy them for 300 coins each day. They're transferable through your account, so you can coin cap on a different character and then bring it over to this one, which is quite nice. The only thing is you do have to coin cap on different characters, which can be annoying depending on how strong your account is, but this is a pretty easy way to get pot scrolls. The only main restriction is you only get 5 per event usually, so just be careful with what to use them on because you don't get very many of them. Another place that you can get epic pot scrolls from is from Yew Garden. This is actually my first time entering here on this character because usually I do actually do this quest line, but on this character I had the box that could just give me the epots. But if you go through this quest line, this place actually gives you dailies that you can complete, which will give you coins, and you can actually buy epic pot scrolls from one of the NPCs. I went through this in a little bit more detail in my Paladin series, so if you're not too familiar with Yew Garden, definitely check it out on my channel. It should be under Yew Garden or something like that, and I go through a lot more detail on how to actually get the epic pot scrolls, but this is a pretty easy way of getting it, but it is an extra daily that you'll have to do. Another way for you to get epic pot scrolls is whenever you're AFK in town or you're in the Arcane River, sometimes there will be announcements that an E-mob has spawned. So there's none on this map at the moment, but there might be a marker on one of the maps that says that there is an E-mob. You can see right now on the top of my screen it says something has appeared in Biddy Bobble Forest 1. So we can actually run there and have a look. Oh, actually here. It shows up here on the screen, and if we go and kill this we actually get some chests that can give us epic pot scrolls. So I'm going to quickly run here and kill this E-mob, or help kill this E-mob, to see if we can get any epic pot scrolls. So after participating in this fight, we get this little box here, rare treasure chest. And from here, you usually get occult cubes, but you do have a chance of getting epic potential scrolls. So in this case, I just got some occult cubes. It's not much, but you can go run around and try to chase after these E-mobs if you're not too busy. And they are a source of epic pot scrolls that you can try to take advantage of. The last one, which I think is probably the worst one, is from the Legion coin shop. You can buy epic pot scrolls from the Legion coin shop for 300 coins. It is extremely expensive in my opinion. A lot of people can't really afford this. I personally think that epic potential scrolls are one of the easier resources to get compared to anything else in this Legion shop. And the Legion coins are so precious, so I really advise against buying it from the Legion shop. But at the end of the day, it's up to you guys if you want to use this resource. I'm just letting you guys know it's here, and you can use it if you really need to. And with that, guys, I think I'm going to end this video. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series so far. I'm having a blast, honestly. This has been so refreshing to play a new character from scratch like this. And I'm really looking forward to the next couple of parts because I'm going to be seriously attempting to do CRA quite soon. I feel like I need just a few more link skills, and I'll be walking you guys through which link skills I'm going to go for. Thanks again, everyone. I really appreciate the support. I'm having so much fun actually working on the series and just playing a new character, like I said. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful time and enjoying the event as much as I am. Wherever you guys are in the world, hopefully you have a wonderful day, and as always, take care. I'll see you guys in the next part.